Hey, what's up guys, Darkbreaker here. In today's video I will show you the power of Olaf and why I consider this champion one of the best junglers for a very long time. I had him in the S+ tier, in the broken tier, and there are some situations where he still shines and is still super strong. I'm gonna explain to you guys when you should pick him and when you should not pick him, and how you guys carry every game. Watch this gameplay, you guys will see how I carried a solo queue game with this champion, just running everyone down, getting tons of kills, having so much sustain, and you are your own frontline just running people down. So if this got you guys interested, make sure to leave a like and follow, and then obviously watch the gameplay completely. So let's get started first with when you should pick Olaf. When does this champion shine the most? When is he absolutely disgusting to play against? So when do I play Olaf? I pick him into compositions that rely on crowd control for the peeling. What are those key champions that are what Olaf counters? Lux, for example. Lux, Morgana, Senna, Veigar. These are non-mobile champions. Champions that have no mobility, right? Champions that have no mobility and they rely on the crowd control for their escape. And Olaf can ignore this crowd control with his ultimate. His ultimate makes you, he's pretty much immune to crowd control for 3 seconds. On the new patch, it's even 4 seconds. So they're adjusting Olaf. He will have less damage, more utility. Making him better against ranged champions, but I think like he's a pick that you more likely use as a counter now. You can't blind pick Olaf anymore because there are like high mobility champions that are countering him. If you play against Lucian, if you play against Ezreal, if you play against Vayne, stuff like that, where you will not be able to reach them and your ultimate runs out, because after 3 seconds, if you can't proc auto attacks or your abilities onto the opponent, you can't extend the crowd control or the crowd control immunity of the ultimate, so it will run out and then you can't do anything against them and you will never reach them. That's the downside of Olaf versus high mobility champions. And Olaf is also very good against melee champions that are tanky because he's true damage. If you're playing against champions like Set, you can ignore his ultimate, you can ignore the third ability, you do true damage. Against Nautilus, you can ignore his crowd control and you have true damage. So against tanky champion or Rammus as well, he will try to taunt you, you can ignore it. He has a second ability that gives him a lot of armor, right? You can just do your third ability doing true damage. So Olaf very good against non-mobile champions that rely on crowd control, I will explain it to you guys, and tanky champions that also have crowd control, because Olaf is the anti-crowd control champion. So let's get started with the item build. So for the item build, I like to go Divine Sundra because it gives you guys a lot of percentage damage and percentage healing. It works like a charm for Olaf because it gives him so much sustain, and on top of that you're picking Olaf most of the times always against tanky champions, right? Or against melee champions. So that's when you're using Divine Sundra, because then you will get even more damage and healing against those tanky champions. You could obviously also run for Trinity Force if you guys want to. Trinity Force is also pretty good if they are all squishy and you're not the only frontline. The advantage of Divine Sundra is it makes you more tanky than a Trinity Force. Trinity Force is more like a damage item, giving you tons of damage and attack speed as well. So you guys can run Trinity Force if they're all squishy and you already have a frontline and you're not the main frontline. If you guys are the main frontline, I like this build because it makes you really tanky and you play the tank position, like you're damage healer and tank at the same time. Then Black Cleaver gives you armor shred and movement speed, because obviously you're also going to use a lot of auto attacks and your first ability on the opponents. So having that armor shred is very useful, and it's also useful because your allies will do more damage. Stark's Gauge gives you the lifeline passive, which is granting you shield when you get low life. And why is this item so good? Because this item synergizes really well with Olaf's passive, where you're getting more attack speed and life steal the lower you are, and having that shield when you're low life just makes it better. Because your low life, you will do more damage, you have the shield, and during the shield you will have so much more damage and you can heal yourself back up, because they have to destroy the shield first, but while they're destroying the shield, you're healing yourself up. So that's the synergy behind shielding and lifesteal. Next one is going to be Twin Guard, and also gives you attack damage, obviously. A lot of HP and attack damage. Emerald's Twin Guard gives you tons of resistance. I mean, that's pretty much it. The more resistance you have, the more or the less damage you're taking. And it just gives you so much resistance. It's like one of the most gold efficient items in terms of resistance value. Because you're getting 55, right? Of each stat. But on top of that, you're getting 30% of your total resistance getting added up. So let's say you have 200 resistance. You're getting 60 resistance on total. Just from the passive when you're in team fight. So you guys can figure out this is a lot of damage reduction for you guys. Now next one is going to be Guardian Angel for the revive. Safety Net. Or you're using Death Dance for even more physical damage mitigation / reduction. And you can also gives you sustain whenever a champion dies. It's also getting buffed, by the way. So you're getting 12% healing on the next patch. So Death Dance is gonna be even better. And then we have Visage as well. If you guys want some more healing. Grants you more healing, increases your healing and your shielding. Olaf, second ability, shielding. Plus lifesteal from the passive, so that's very good synergy, plus magic resistance if you guys need magic resistance. So these are the item options, and I'm using Glory so I can chase people down easier. For the runes, Conqueror gives you the best damage output, gives you a lot of attack damage, and Omnivamp gives you lifesteal on your damaging abilities, and then Hunter Vampirism for even more lifesteal, then Bone Plating for damage reduction, and Nimbus Cloak is a must-have, so you guys can get some more movement speed whenever you're using a summoner spell, so it's gonna be easier for you guys to catch people. But yeah, that's great, and let's hop right into the gameplay. Okay, let's get started with Olaf. What I like to do, I mean, you guys know it by now if you guys have watched my videos, always a pink ward at the blue buff, so we get some vision. You guys have two options how to start. You can start with the first ability on that blue buff, or you're starting with the third ability on the red buff. They also changed the damage you're doing onto monsters with the third ability. And I'm not gonna smite right now because I'm gonna get more attack speed and lifesteal the lower I am, and I'm gonna use the smite for the Crux. Okay, they're fighting right now. And his second ability gives me attack speed and lifesteal. Oh, it's very good, right? Master Yi starts with 2 kills at 50 seconds. That's what we like to see from our bot lane players. The classic solo queue experience as a jungler. What happened to play safe? Because he wrote, I'm gonna play safe. What I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna go for sneaky invade because Master Yi is topside. Might be bad because Vega's coming. Oh, thanks for the damage, Vega. Much appreciated. I get level 3 and now we're just gonna run this guy down. Nice. Get a free kill. We get the invade as well. Master Yi also took my blue buff right now. I smited too early, it's my bad. I smited 28, I smited at 628. He gets the kill, but we get the shutdown. I like to max the third ability into first ability for the maximum amount of damage. And I like to max the third ability because it gives me true damage. Plus, it does a lot of damage onto monsters now. First ability obviously also does a lot of damage. And second ability is for the attack speed and the shielding. Really up to you. Preference. There are some people that like to max the first ability, and there are some people that like to max the third ability, and there are some people that like to max the second ability second. For a long period of time, I like to max the second ability second, but I can see why people like the first ability, because it gives you a lot of damage as well. He can't win this, I'm level 5 by the way. And we get a kill. Nice. I'm gonna use the first ability to slow down the Leona right here. I'm gonna try to flank from behind again. I'm coming, boys, I'm here. And he's level 5. Maybe. I wonder if she has flash. Probably not. No, we should just back off. I'm gonna continue farming. I'm pinging back because Masaki is alive again. And I don't want to fight. Malphite is also losing a lot of platings right now. What I'm gonna do right here is... Oh yeah, they're fighting. Look. Look at those boys fighting. But we sustained a bit. Back up again. I'm just gonna keep chasing right here. We get 1 kill. I'm super low up. And look at this satisfying third ability. Getting that triple kill. That was so satisfying, right? That's what we call satisfying. You should have seen the live reaction where I was shouting, "Oh my god!" Maybe I find it. That was clutch. See, that's why I like the third ability. Does AoE damage. AoE true damage. So if you splash onto multiple champions, you will do true damage onto multiple champions, huh? Especially if the opponents are tanky, it's very useful to get the third ability first. True damage! True damage! On a low cooldown. Swing those axes. What's your opinion about Olaf, by the way? What's your opinion about this champion? I've put him S tier because there are some comps where he's very hard to play. But maybe you guys I think he's S plus tier. Write it down below in the comments. What do you guys think about Olaf? Is he a Giga Chat? I mean, he is a Giga Chat. But how strong do you guys think he is? Okay, they're fighting again. I'm gonna move up again, trying to gank them. Leona used the ultimate. Leona's engaging. Saya has no ultimate as well. I'm coming. And we get a double kill. Very good start. My bot lane did end up dying though for it. So I can go for dragon. Or maybe if Annie hits the engage onto that Masaki, she does. But we won't be able to reach her, reach him, so I'm just gonna go for the dragon right now. Renekton is coming. Malphite is not here, Renekton is coming. But we do get this one. Renekton is here. I'm taking a lot of damage. Masaki kills me, he gets a reset, he's gonna jump in again. Malphite. Okay, now I see what he was doing. He used the ultimate to secure the kill onto that Renekton. But he was very late there for this team fight. So this was an okay-ish team fight. The problem is Masaki got my shutdown. We did get the Inferno Dragon, but still giving shutdown is not good. Let's see. Let's fight for the Rift Herald. Why am I going for the Rift Herald? I want to open up the mid turret. I want to get the first turret gold. First turret gold gives a lot of gold for everyone. And then Annie can rotate easier once we open up the turret because we can just push in the lane. Nice ultimate. I used my ultimate there so I can just ignore the cage just in case, but very good. We got 2 kills. Just gonna go for the turret right here. Okay, Leona using her ultimate. It's fine. We got the turret. Open up the mid turret. First turret gold. Platings as well. I think I procced 4 platings, so that's 600 gold or something. If I was alone. If I was alone and the Rift Herald crashes in, it does like 2300 damage. That's like 4 platings, so that's 600 gold. So you understand the value of Rift Herald for yourself as a carry. Plus first turret gold. So you get first turret gold plus you get turret gold plus first turret gold extra. So that's a lot of gold, huh? Right here I'm doing a mistake chasing her like this. Yeah, that was bad. I chased too deep. I wanted to kill the Saya because she used her ultimate already. I thought I could kill her, but she still had flash. So I went way too deep there. I'm gonna get boots and glory, so it's easier for me to chase them. In this game, I think I went for the armor boots because they had 3 champions that do a lot of auto attack damage. But you could also still use the lifesteal boots if you guys want to. I think this is a bad team fight because Master Yi is already flanking right here. Never fight. That's one mistake that a lot of people are doing. Never fight when you don't know the positions of the opponents. Like obviously you're chasing right in front of the enemy tier 1 turret and you don't know where the others are and you're just getting collapsed on. Are you guys surprised that you guys end up dying or end up losing this fight? I mean, this is a super common mistake where people think, okay, I'm just gonna use glory to run away. Where people think, oh wow, we're gonna win this fight, we're gonna win this fight. Let's not think about what the others are gonna do. Like, people think too short-sighted, I think that's the right term. That they don't think, okay, what's gonna happen when we're starting a fight. You think no one else is gonna come. You think the opponents are not gonna come and collapse onto you. That's a super basic mistake that everyone does, by the way. They don't think about, okay, maybe the enemy junglers can come any second. Where's the enemy mid laner? Maybe the enemy mid laner will come. It's like such a standard mistake that everyone is doing. It surprises me, like even in Grandmaster Challenger games. Like, you would be surprised about the amount of challengers that are way too cocky and they don't pay attention about like what could happen any other second. Like, not looking only at your lane, but thinking about others as well. Decision making, macro, very important. And right here, look, they play super aggressive. Look at this bot lane. They play super aggressive, but they don't think about what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen, huh? You're gonna end up dying because you didn't pay attention. You chase someone over aggressive, you didn't think about, oh, where are the others, where are the other opponents. Super common mistake, again, yet again. Other Grandmasters doing these mistakes over and over. Just chasing, going for fights, but neglecting the fact what the enemies will do. Pay attention where the others are. Number one mistake that's holding you back, besides your ego. Number one mistake, having too much ego. Number 2 mistake, this. There are too many people that have way too much ego. Like, even if you like your diamond, your master, your grandmaster, they have too much ego. Oh yeah! Let's talk about this point. There are so many people that have main character syndrome. Do you guys know what that means? Main character syndrome? If they are not the hyper carry, if they are not the one who are carrying the game or winning the game, they will throw the game. Do you guys feel me? How often do you see this? Everyone is winning. Let's say everyone is 4-0, but there's one guy who's losing his lane. He's not getting ganked. He's losing his lane 1 versus 1. He's 0-3. And he's just flaming. He's like, I'm gonna troll. Ah, fuck this game. Surrender. I'm gonna troll. Main character syndrome. Main character syndrome. He's winning the game, but yet he's not happy because he's not the one who's carrying the game. Main character syndrome. Put your fucking ego behind. That's number 1 reason why there's so many hardstocks that are trolling. I don't get my main character. I don't get the champion. I had this the other game, by the way. Enemies had first pick. And I had the Yumi that wanted Yumi. But you guys know it. Yumi is a must ban. She's always gonna get first picked. And I don't want to play against the Yumi Vayne, for example. So I banned it. Even though he hovered it. Because we are not first picked. If we are first pick, I will not ban it. But if... honestly, I will not ban it anymore. Because I'm scared of getting trolled. Because this guy went Lee Sin support afterwards. And he didn't support. He went jungle. So we went double jungle. And we almost won the game. Even though he was inting, we still almost won the game. He trolled, he inted, we almost won the game. And if he went any support besides Yumi, and he didn't troll me, because I was sharing my jungle with him. I was only clearing the blue side, he was clearing the red side. If he put his shit ego behind, picked any support, and not cried in Champions like a little baby, and then decided to throw the game because he was crying, we would have won the game. So, main character syndrome and people trolling because they don't give a fuck is the biggest problem why you guys are hard stuck. Literally. This is the main reason. Number 1 reason, your shit ego is why you are still hard stuck. And obviously also decision making, macro decision making, champion pool. To be fair, you can reach challenger with one champion only, but you will have a big problem if people are banning you out. That's a problem. Oh, that's so unlucky, by the way. I chased too deep. I chased too deep, my ultimate ran out, and then I got rooted by the Sire ultimate. That's the downside about Olaf's new ultimate, that it runs out so quickly if you're not reaching them. So, bad chase by me, yet again. I did 2 really bad chases. Yeah, they killed the Master Yi, nice. I think you need to be mindful when you're playing Olaf about when you're trying to run down people. It used to be easier when you guys were chasing people, but also I said it. I think I said it in the champion select that Saya is such a good pick against Olaf because her ultimate is an insane self peel. During the ultimate, she's untargetable and she jumps backwards, right? So it's very hard for me to reach her when she still has the ultimate. That's the downside. So I think during the game I already said it myself. You need to wait. Wait for Annie or Malphite to find the opening to engage onto the Sire so that she doesn't have her ultimate anymore. After it happened there again, I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait every single time now. But see, I can just ignore the Vega Cage. Great ultimate by Mr. Malphite. Look at the true damage. Okay, 1 kill. Gonna use the first ability. I slow her down with the first ability. Gonna use the first ability again. And we get the triple kill. Who's alive? Massey is still alive. I'm not sure if you can even chase this guy. Potentially. Maybe he gets slowed down. I'm trying to use the axes to reach him. Look at me. Look at me trying to reach him right now. Funny, right? I have glory and now I can just kill him. And we can get the ice dragon. But yeah, that's why I like to play Olaf when you're not the main tank, because you have someone who can initiate for you. It's way better for Olaf to have someone who initiates for you with crowd control, and then you can just run down people like this. You see what I mean? You see how good Olaf is to counter Vega? That's why I like it, because I can just ignore his cage. That's why I picked Olaf, by the way, in this game, in particular. Just to counter Vega Cage. It's same for like Senna Bind. Senna Bind, Lux Bind, Morgana Bind, Vega Cage. You just ignore it. That's the advantage of knowing when to pick Olaf. Or when to pick Olaf. We can go for it. 3 people are dead. And right now I'm just writing Jin, come. Because I need the damage from the ADC so we can rush it quick enough that the opponent can't come in time. That's the main reason. Okay, we got it. Nice. Got that Twin Guard. I'm gonna get the Guardian Angel maybe. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the Guardian Angel this game, not Death Dance. But you can also get Death Dance. It's also useful because you're getting so much sustain from it, and you get physical damage mitigation, so you're then delaying the damage you're taking. So you can buy yourself time to heal up while you're delaying the damage output that you would normally take. And here Jin is just pushing alone, even though it was like the reason I moved here, because the reason I moved to top lane was because I saw Jin was pushing alone top lane, and I knew he was gonna get collapsed on. Don't push alone as an ADC. I hate this, by the way. As an ADC, never run alone. It's so common for you guys to get caught like that. We're kind of getting kited here, not gonna lie. Marshvll is coming. Okay. Oh, we did get the kill there. Nice. We can go for Elder. Marshvll's first ability killed the Veigar, I think. Look at the sustain and shit you're getting. The lower you are, the more shielding you're getting. And they actually did a change. I think on the new patch, Olaf is getting less. Yeah, he's getting less shielding in late game. In the early game, he's gonna get more shielding, but in the late game, he's getting less shielding. I feel like they call it an adjustment, but I feel like it's a nerf. They're reducing the attack damage he's getting from the ultimate. They're adding 1 second on his Ragnarok. They are buffing his early game second ability shield because they're increasing the base stats or the base number, but they're nerfing the missing HP. So the more HP you're missing, the more healing you would get, but they're reducing that number. So in the late game, it's a shield nerf. Oh, they're fighting yet again. Dude, it's always Jhin. Dude, it's yet again Jhin always getting caught, by the way. It's actually nuts. Oh, man. I'm just gonna chase on the Veigar. I look at this. Bam, bam. Look at the Elder, right? Look at this. Look at this Elder. Triple kill. We're just running everyone down. I just ran them down on my own, by the way. And now we can just go for the end. I'm waiting for the super minions to go in. And now I'm gonna actually go for that little Sire really quick. And she dies, and we get a kill. 22 kills in a solo queue game at around 70 marks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary as well. Leave some feedback down below in the comments. And I see you guys. Wait, I can show you guys the damage first. 22 kills solo queue game, 50,000 damage. Annie has 20,000 damage. Jhin has 20,000 damage. I have 50,000 damage and I tank 35,000 damage. 22, 3, 9. Well, our Jhin is 1-9, by the way. And he said he wants to play safe. He made the game really hard by giving the enemy jungler 2 kills in the early game. It made it way harder, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.